It's different. So you see this gigantic ball, but we get to see. The tragedy of spaceflight is that you can't get pizza. Was pizza flown recently on the space station? The tragedy of spaceflight is that you can't get pizza. And I ordered pizza from space. But I missed pizza in space from a pizzeria in the Space Center. That's how much I miss pizza. That stuff, any of this stuff, and that stuff in space. That stuff, lose this stuff in space. Spacewalks, the space station. Space is space, Johnson Space Center. The Space Center, space, food in space. Johnson Space Center, thing of the space station program I have. On the space station, and you can get carried away on the MMMs if necessary. That stuff, wait, in space. I went into space mission. I was eating I think MMMs, a little too much macaroni and cheese, quite frankly. MMMs, all your stuff, you out of the stuff you really like. The way we did it on the space shuttle program, while we were going to the moon, they were MMMs in space for a long time, and in space for on Earth, National Space. Mixing things on Earth. In space, it's different.
Different stuff.
Space is a stuff. Red's not a good idea in space because spuds still work in space. MMs, but you tend to be a little stuffy in space because your bodily fluid is on Earth. MMs, in space because you're all in your little stuff on Earth. Well, in space, it's different. Cutting things is not as easy to do in space. What you can do in space, that stuff has to be dealt with. That is normally considered to be wet trash.
And then we separate our wet trash, because the wet trash is smelly.
In the wet trash.
We put our wet trash.
You couldn't throw that stuff out into space. The space station, Earth, spacecraft, like a dumpster. Space station, you can eat in space. On the space station, in space, into space. Research food in space, on the ground, not only for space, space technology. Stuff that isn't pleasant, the space program, that we're still human. To 9. And so at a 9, it might be a little less than a 9. Like a cookie, like a cookie, like a cookie, like a cookie.